All right, we are back in action here. We are going to fire up our lower division finals. We got all our gear worked out, ready to go.
And again, for those of you just tuning in, we have a lower and a higher division finals that are coming up. This is our lower division final. Cash is our first place, and around $100 a player. And then we're going to have t-shirts and or posters for our runner-up. And again, this is the Summer Meltdown tournament here, Overwatch Chicago, sponsored by Gamers Arena. If you want to play daily tournaments for cash, gamersarena.com. You can click below in the sponsored links. So if you want to play from home or you didn't win the Meltdown, you can still win at home. So.
Yeah, so good opportunity to get a couple bucks quickly flown in there. Very fun service, very cool way to just get stuff while you play the game that you're already playing.
And all you need is a Twitch account, which all of you watching already have. So hopefully. All right, so let's see what we got here on comps. I see some Pharah, which is my personal favorite. You see another Reaper in there.
Yeah, I mean, we see that kind of...
Well, I think they know if they're going up against that Overwatch Chicago traditional build, they know they're going to go up against that Rhine and that Winston, so the Reaper's a good answer to that.
Well, they're quickly moving up here. Nightsquad looking to definitely take control of this point right away at the start. Overshock opting to give them a little bit of space first. We'll see if that pays off for them as their Winston gets very aggressive on all of them, but gets taken down real quick.
That was an overconfident monkey that got knocked down.
Yep, didn't have a lot of opportunities for heals, and Overshock's own monkey gets taken down, and they're both Winston-less as the teams are just kind of swinging away wildly here, trying to get some damage in here. And it's just pretty even, 1 for 1 right here.
Wow. They're definitely both collected on either side, not really splitting up either team right now. You see a little Pharah wrapping around the outside. Maybe they can help separate her. Nope, she came back in.
Pharah gets taken out. This point is almost Overshock's, but there they go. Now they got it. So Overshock draws first blood, pulls the point, and Nightsquad's forced to retreat.
They're going to start us off here. And now we're also looking at, another note is that we're looking at a best of 5 here as well.
Yes, very long groups of matches here. Teams banned out the maps that they wanted to get rid of. They really are favoring these control-style maps. Not entirely sure why. They might feel like there's some advantages in them. Feels fair. Ooh, big ult comes down there from Rhine. And Overshock picks up 2. Link might be able to pop the res. He opts. Oh, there he goes. He opts forward.
Nice answer there.
Nightsquad trying to progress up there, but there we go. Oh, nice moves by Winston there, forcing the Wraith form. Nice ult coming on the back line out of Bayonetta.
Nice Pharah play there.
It looks like Overshock's able to hold on to this point a little bit longer.
Wow, they did a nice answer there.
So Overshock really doing a really good job containing these hits. They're not exactly exploding and taking them out, but they are preventing them from moving up.
They're also not overreaching there either, not getting over anxious and jumping too far off the point.
Ooh, Link, though, in a real uncomfortable position and manages to meet up with that Pharah.
Yeah, Link's doing that wrap around.
Bayonetta getting tons of kills, but Link goes down. Not good for them as they lose a main big res, but so does Nightsquad.
Wow.
Ooh, and Nightsquad cleaning up the heals. They should be able to cap this right at 93%, 92%.
They came back. Wow.
So Nightsquad's got a good opportunity here to keep the team flowing, but Overshock's looking at 4 ults, almost 5. That's going to be hard for them to deal with. They only need to retake the point just solidly 1 time, and they'll be able to take over this first.
They're opting for that upper corner coming down again rather than straight away. Winston leading the charge again. Good shield placement.
Manly picking up 2.
Wow.
Whoa, but Link goes down, but might not matter. Just too hard for them to keep track of this.
And they can't. They're going to reclaim this point, no problem. Wow. That was a clean take.
Points reclaimed. They're going to see if this Winston's able to delay it. He really needs his ult up, though, if he's going to plan to do much here. He's just going to get chased right out.
Yeah.
Could get the res off Maximos if he wants to pop it. That could be big. But he gets taken down before he can get it down. Nightsquad struggling here, trying to get some kills, but Bayonetta comes in right behind, takes out that McCree. Looks like this is going to be all Overshock here. Just got to clean up the last little bit of kills here. Winston trying to get in there. He does. He manages to prolong it just a little bit longer.
Just a little longer. Maybe the rest of the team can get down there.
If this Mercy can get there in time.
No, not enough.
So Overshock draws first blood as we are well into our best of 5.
Wow. All right, so let's see if Overshock's going to use this momentum or if Nightsquad's going to come back up. Nightsquad, one of our more animated teams here at Ignite.
Absolutely. Definitely know when they're playing and when they're winning. Let's hope that they can pull off another win here, but
yeah. Pretty good. All right, now at the gates we go.
Nightsquad will split here, but opting for that main entrance. While Overshock's opting for the top. With the Reinhardt, you're able to do that and contest the top of the shield, but they're in a very dominant position up here. Overshock is if they just got to stay patient, not overextend. They should be able to just rain down some hits here, get some kills. While Nightsquad is on the point, doesn't pay off until they actually get going. And look at that real quick kill on the heels.
Well, they were setting up shop right there in the corner, getting a nice little defense to just come out and attack as soon as Nightsquad dropped on, or Overshock dropped on them.
Yep, but Nightsquad getting taken down. Overshock reclaiming the point.
Wow.
D.Va trying to delay it, but she's going to need to run. Nightsquad's left. See what they can do.
Got that Lucio speed boost, getting in there quickly to answer.
And they got to be able to regroup here, but Bayonetta just keeps launching missile after missile. They're really not able to do much to answer that. They've got double hit scan, but she's just flying right into it, takes him out with her, but
That was
you're
a
playing
worth
this
the trade.
defensive. Nice hits there, right there by
Damage
Ignite.
for damage.
Not able to connect. One shot left on that fan the hammer. That's not what you like to see. He's zipping and zagging, able to take him out, but it doesn't matter because Nightsquad recaps the point. And they start ticking away on their own here. Definitely think both these teams are fairly evenly matched. They've gone through a couple matches here to get to where they are. Both of them actually started at the very beginning of the bracket. So, very exciting to see these teams duking it out here. Launches that D.Va missile, knocks him back, but not going to be enough as Winston drops it as well as the Reinhardt. So
It didn't scatter him as much as I was hoping either.
a McCree ult comes down as well too. Doesn't pop anybody. There's a lot of damage there. They're fighting inside a soldier's healing thing, which is great for them. Ult comes down. That could really make a big impact here after this Reinhardt.
Overshock might be able to bounce back pretty well.
Not with that res, though.
Nice res.
Ooh, but Bayonetta getting some serious work done. But it's not going to be enough, as they're going to be able to hold on to this.
D.Va flies right through and gets out.
So, Nightsquad barely holding on, but holding on.
Holding on. They did that was a good job.
So it looks like Overshock's going to regroup here, trying to get collected for one final push in on the point here.
Going around this right side.
Pops the aggressive Lucio ult.
Oh, answered with a Lucio ult.
Countered by their own, and they're moving in
And we
here.
got Winston. I feel a very Winston heavy pushes here.
Wow, that's a lot of kills right there by those DPS players. It's looking very unlikely that Overshock's going to have another opportunity to push
Down
in
to
here.
the last 10% left here with Nightsquad taking the lead.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to make it there in time, so that's it for Team Nightsquad. We're looking at a 1v1 here. As we move on to the next round.
All right.
Very close games here. You can hear Nightsquad kind of pick up a little bit with the energy. When you got an all-day thing of gaming, it can be very tough to kind of keep it together for that long.
Got to keep those caffeine levels high.
Oh, yeah.
Is anybody going to score a basket on that basketball before?
Oh, no. I like hearing the commentary from the other games that people are playing.
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement here today. It's a very happy Father's Day here at Ignite.
Oh, yeah, it is. All right, here we go.
All right, another good map for Boopin.
Yes, absolutely. So we see Manly opting off of the Winston onto the Road Hog, which is good. That's really strong counter for Winston. Yeah. Can really make it tough for him to do much anything. And then we see Darn Guyan switching over to...
Well, we see that Nightsquad, I mean, they just kind of naturally landed on the point here first, which is unlocking right now, but it gives them a little bit of advantage.
Bayonetta probably doesn't want to be hanging in there too much. She's got to be careful. Gets picked up. Nightsquad taking over that point. And they're already taking control of the point.
Wow. See the Mercy, see her position out there on the outside, playing it safe. They can really dictate how Overshock's going to come into the point here.
They're opting for that left side, probably trying to control that balcony part. Tries to hook the Farah, very tough shot to make. Hiding behind that shield, but
I want to see if that Roadhog's going to try and pull him through the windows there as they go over top. Looks like he's trying a little bit.
And Farah really out there in the open, manages to get hit and... Gotta be careful, that Farah's getting really aggressive flying after him. With that double hit scan, can really get sniped out very quick.
You gotta dip and weave.
That dive comes in. Farah pops her ult, only gets one. Might not be worth it here, as this Ryan is just swinging like crazy. He's getting a lot of charge.
Uh-oh.
Shield just absorbed. In time. Overshock looking real good here. Even with that ult, though, only picks up one, but boops a Ryan off.
I don't know. Nightsquad, that Lucio was good. How many... Did we get another boop in there?
There's a lot going on here. With these reses, it's hard to know who's winning what.
It's who's still alive, who's not.
Ooh, Manly didn't have the shot on his on it through his hook.
Oh, there goes his ult. See if he pushes him off. Uh-oh. Soldier's ult popped off as well.
Ooh, almost knocks him down. Tons of damage coming in there. Looks like Nightsquad's going to give up this point.
Overshock did a night. That was, I really, if I was betting, I don't know if I would have thought that Overshock was going to take that back. No, nice job with Manly Man. Another shout out there for him on his Twitch channel as well. He's an avid streamer here in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Bayonetta's going to snake around the outside there, take advantage. Oh, no, too close.
Way too close to the fire. To combat there. Gets blown up right away, and Nightsquad's going to see that as an invitation to initiate. As that that Winston starts to get behind, Link's got to be careful. Trying to just zip and zag, not able to do much anything. Wandering Chaos though.
There's not a lot of room on that platform for Mercy to dodge. So.
Ooh.
Aye.
Bayonetta coming back in. She does have her ult up, but she's got to be careful because that can get defense matrix really easily. It's going to shut her down completely, but if she's able to get behind, ooh, she's out of mech. That means that this opens up Bayonetta for a nice ult if needed. But it looks like Overshock's going to be able to hold this point. Similar to Nightsquad the last time, just barely. And they're regrouping right now as a team, and Diva's still out of mech, which means that Farah's going to have a lot of opportunity here. And very aggressive.
Right after that healer.
Those are hard shots to make.
It is very hard to make.
But while she's blasting, the rest of their team's carrying it up.
Doing a very good job. Ryan, I see Ryan down there kind of protecting everyone from getting booped as well.
Diva goes down off Kenny, probably just to keep himself in mech, because that is going to be important. If he loses that mech, Farah's just going to be able to unload on them. Low gets taken down. Manly picking him up. Got to be careful not to get booped off the point. Manly deflecting it back.
Manly answered that. with his own ult, and he gets booped off.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Bayonetta's been holding that for quite a while,
wow.
and it's all worth it. But
4-5.
throwing right back at his face, but they managed to counter-res.
But only 2 were rezzed on that.
Is Overshock going to be able to hold this point? They're in their final couple seconds here.
You got to stay on point.
Nice
and
kills
kick them
from
off.
Bayonetta
Nice
there.
work.
They move up 2-1. Really close matches there. So Overshock looking at potentially picking up game number 1 here. Remember, there's a best of 5, so the first to 3 is all they got to be able to do.
Yep. Just the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, even if you end up not winning this first game, you got so much time to make it up and come
really
back.
learn how the other team plays as well.
Yeah.
So you can really adapt.
Yeah, the best of 5 is nice for that. You can definitely adapt your strategy, figure out what's working, what's not. They got to know that Bayonetta is a strong player on their team. Those Rockets have just been totally uprooting them. I think they're running the Diva and the double hit scan, but you got to wonder, what else can we do here? Zenyatta's can be really strong in shutting her down. And then I think on the other side, Overshock's realized, well, Roadhog is going to continue to light up.
Roadhog's been doing it. Yeah, I was going to say, Roadhog's very effective right now.
Tons of damage in there. Picks
Absolutely.
up the hook. Nice work.
Well, he's just shredding that aggressive play style of Nightsquad.
Yep. Once they get in close, he's right there with the shotguns. He's like a better Reaper.
Basically, yeah.
We haven't been talking too much about the Tracer. We've seen her a little bit zipping around. Can kind of try and keep an eye on her a bit more and see what she's able to do. I just noticed her little guns have Winston written on the side of them.
Oh yeah, I just saw that.
That's weird. So Nightsquad's got to be trying to figure out, well, what the heck are we gonna do here?
We gotta change something up. It's got to be what they're thinking.
Bayonetta already picks up a quick kill, but it's returned. So now it's a 1-on-1. And it looks like, Nightsquad gives up the upper ground a little bit with that McCree's now out of position. He's got to be careful.
He's got to get out of there. He's gonna get cornered here.
Yep. Just gets walked down. McCree's don't have that level of mobility. Getting that Diva out of Mac. This is looking really good for Overshock right now. A lot of ults coming up for Overshock, which means that they're going to be able to contest pretty much any push that comes in here. I worry that Nightsquad might be just throwing in the towel here. I don't know about the Widow pick. Maybe to try and deal with that Pharah even more. She does tend to get out of position, but Tracer responding very aggressively. The rest of the team, though, moving up. Ooh, really nice nade there. It's going to knock him out, but Bayonetta in the back, just clearing him up. The whole team managed to fall apart. Link pops his ult early, wants to be completely stable for this. And we've still got this Lucio ult as well, which they pop and they chase him off the team, and this is going to be Overshock in game 1. Really close game here, but Overshock's gonna pick it up. All right, we're going to see what our next map is. We got a lot of control points on this first one. We'll see if they opt to continue with that or go in a different route. And we're going to post up the scores as well here so that people have an opportunity to see that. There we go. All right, 1 second.
Now arriving at Ilios. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Glad to hear that. Yeah, that was.
All right, we are firing up.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. Yeah, sure.
Do bathroom break? Yeah.
Little person around here. We're gonna go.
It's probably going to be easier if we do one at a time. Like doing this and also. They take breaks in between. Well, we're going to take
All right, guys. We're going to start up the stream here. I think our teams are ready to go. Hi. It's not. Hold on. Hold on. I'm stuck on what our pause button is. All right, here we go. Here goes the countdown. And we've got Overshock with 1. All right, let's see if we get any sort of different build here that's going to come out. We're seeing again another Reaper to answer those tanks. And we're also seeing on Team Overshock, we're seeing a Manly Man going as Winston now, switching over from the Roadhog, which was very effective. All right, so let's take a look and see what they're up to here. All right, so we're seeing the Pharah come up top. A very, very clean team here. Overshock coming together as a group. And we're immediately seeing that Ryan take position. This is a Pharah heavy map, so we'll see if Pharah does any damage here while we're watching. So we're seeing Orisa as well, trying to pull them out into the middle. We got this soldier working around back. Manly Man making some aggressive moves there as Winston, jumping right in to put some pressure on Nightsquad. Really keep them off the point, but it looks like we're seeing Overshock here push right into the point. I'm going to switch. Switching positions here. Much better. Alright, good. Alright, we are back in business. This is Maverick. Wow, this point is still being contested. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, no one has a clear grab on this. Well, I was going to say, we saw a couple of roll switches there.
Overshock did manage to get the pull here, so they are moving up here, which is awesome to see. A lot of big ults coming down, too, for them, too, to help them defend this point. But Maximos got the res possibility here. He can do a tempo res to keep him up. Could keep this push going if they're able to get him up. He opts not to and gets taken out. Not so good for them as Team Overshock's likely going to be able to hold it, especially with Link's res coming in there.
And nice res, good timing on that. There was, what, a two-man res on that? Pulling out the healer and Manly Man.
Yes, that'll definitely keep you going. Nightsquad opting to kind of hold out for the res, which probably meant that they weren't going to be able to contest this. But they're running into a lot of ults. They got 2 strong defensive ones. We'll see if it's able to pay off here or not. All right, they opt for the Lucio aggressive ult.
Push right in.
Ooh, Wandering Chaos picks up his ult, and they're not able to do much of anything. Bayonetta picks up 1, but it's a good one. Picking up the healer. Link just keeping everybody up. Ignite popping a lot of kills.
Earth Shatter was a good call.
Ooh, a defensive one out of Overshock. Probably wasn't needed, but we're down to the last 30%. They probably don't want to lose anything, but might come back to bite them because Nightsquad's got a lot more ults and is really ready to push in here.
You still got a Winston there ready to pop it all, push him off if it gets too close.
There tries to take out Link, able to just barely fly away, got a little bit of health left, needs to fly up and out of the way, but gets picked up right there. Nightsquad probably going to be able to pick up this point.
Ooh.
Oh, maybe not, though. Really aggressive moves there out of Soldier. Taking this to 99%. Bayonetta can keep this up, it's looking like they're going to be able to claim this point. The 2-on-2 on the point. Ooh, Rez comes out and they pick it up.
Overshock didn't really waver at all there.
Oh, they kept that just relentlessly overwhelming. Overshock really came to play today. You know, I talked to a couple of their members just a couple minutes ago, and they've been practicing a lot. They've been taking this tournament very seriously, and I think it shows. Though it does look like you got a lot of friends together on Nightsquad. They are not strangers to playing this game together. So
Yeah, these are two teams that are familiar with each other at the very least.
And that goes a long way. All right, and out the gate.
Ooh, get some Pharaoh rockets to kick things off.
Yeah, with that Mercy damage boost, it's just so much.
Oh yeah, makes a huge difference. We see both pharmacies running here.
Well, Risa can really mess up a lot of targets here.
Sure can. Let's see if she does it.
Zipping around the back, making some shots.
Trying to hook around. Notice everyone very carefully footing around that pit, staying far back.
It's evened up 1-1 right now. Low trying to boop some targets, but he's low and he gets taken out. A little bit out of position there.
Just a little bit, went a little too far. You can see those grab balls going off. Nobody's getting sucked in yet,
You can
though.
see Bayonetta getting chased around. So looks like it's going to be Nightsquad's point, potentially, but Overshock's already reestablishing themselves.
Yeah, they've already come back. It was really...
Manly, though, opting not to go after the healer, which is going to make taking down that diva nearly impossible.
And he knew that. He held back. He didn't keep going there. Now he's trying. Looks like he's trying to bait him a little bit, get him pulled back, but nope, no good.
He gets taken out. So
Well,
that's
that
no
Reaper is doing a serious damage against those tanks.
All right, so Nightsquad manages to take possession of it. It's really good.
Drops that ult right in
picks
there. One, at least picked off a Lucio.
They're going to keep moving on this. They probably want to think about popping that res, but they opt not to, which makes this push going to be quite challenging.
It's going to be really hard. They're really getting berated there.
But Bayonetta picks up the kill on Reaper,
Oh,
and Manly picks up Lucio.
They're really evening it out here.
Gets sucked down. That Arisa's been looking for those pulls for quite a while.
Finally. And that's where the res came in. Nice res there, I think.
Oh! Nice kills right there. Bayonetta pops her ult, but it's not going to matter. Night
Doesn't matter.
Squad. Nice pull there.
Nightsquad really answered that. That was impressive. That's always satisfying to watch, as long as you're not on the other team.
Nightsquad's in a really good position here. They are able to even her up a little bit here, so Widow's doing quite a bit of damage as well.
Yeah.
See what she's able to do. You just gotta pop off a couple.
Kind of
more
with a team that plays so coordinated and close in this map, I want to see what Widow can do.
Oh, that Fair is just hunting her though.
Yeah, really pushing her back, keeping her out of the game, out of the team fight, I should say. There's another Diva ult that went off.
Too high. Doesn't have anybody link.
Too high,
Falling
yeah.
slowly to his death. It's looking like it's coming up all Nightsquad.
Oh boy. Nightsquad is making quite
Bayonetta,
a comeback. Yeah, Bayonetta's going
They're not
to
going down
work.
without a fight. But you know what? If Mercy can get to a res.
Get there. Two.
Ooh, that's one.
Only one.
I don't know
Maybe
if that's
not
gonna
enough
be enough.
time. Yeah, I don't, they're almost all recollected now.
but it's there.
No, not enough. It's there. It's Overshock's point right now. Manly Man hammering at home, pushing that ult there. Maybe a little unnecessary, but
They have to stabilize. They know if they lose any more, Bayonetta's right on that Widow.
so we can look at. We didn't do a lot of talk about ult management at all this round, but as we can see, we're seeing the ults kind of line up here, pretty even. If you're just looking
it's
at
been
pure
very
numbers.
close. Ooh, good kill. But now they exchange back to back.
Wow. Really pushing the tank on tank action there. Oh. Bayonetta's really on that Widow,
Bayonetta
but
bounced that Reaper right into her line, but slam him down, and they were able to get the ult. Totally undoes a lot of that damage.
good
Link's
Orisa
got his
ult.
ult, pops his, but Orisa, yeah, has got a great ult.
Knock
here
the
that's-
healer out first, now going after your tank. Very nice.
But we've got that Roadhog knocking targets down, and an uncontested Bayonetta up there.
Wow.
But she's not going to be enough damage here.
Nope, not on her own. There's no way.
But they've still got control of the point here.
Wow. They definitely do. That's
Doesn't pick up any targets here, but
uh-oh.
oh, the big boop takes out Reaper, which means this point's just continually counting for Overshock. Barely keeps him on the point. So
That
through all that,
Orisa-
Overshock doesn't lose control of the point.
Just gonna see if Orisa comes with a grab ball here to pull them in. Oh! Bayonetta pops out of the pit, close to death. Lucio all popped there by Overshock, keeping him alive.
And this is going the opposite direction. I don't know how they did this.
What in the... Did that just
Overshock
happen?
picks it up.
Wow. Jeez.
Really nice play out of them. Really nice play. All right.
Wow. All
So
right.
they're opting for a little bit of to keep this Widow, which is really strange.
We got Overshock here. Hey. So for those of you that are celebrating Father's Day today, there is a little baby here wandering around Ignite.
All right, let's see what this Widow's able to do. You know, I don't know. I know what they're thinking. We got to get rid of the Pharah. Widow's good against the Pharah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. There's other ways.
Oh. Nope. No dice on that.
And this Pharah's playing real good.
Well, they've got two hit. Am I seeing it? Yeah, they've got two hit scans there to answer the Pharah, so they're maybe going to try that. But Overshock is.
Kenny goes down. He's managed to take a couple with him. A lot of targets start to drop here quickly.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's going to be Overshock with the better part of the deal here. That Widow is not able to contest the point, and
Still a pretty good team fight there on the point. I mean, Overshock came out on top, but
it was fast.
Yeah,
Usually we
it was
don't see
quick.
those fights drop that fast.
what's
but-
there? Did they change? No, their healing comp is still the same, so that wasn't changed.
Yep.
But that was quick. All right, so let's see if Nightsquad stays together on this push.
One of the issues, though, for Nightsquad, they've only got really one way to deal with Pharah. I mean, I guess the Widow, but if she's good about staying out of sight lines, it's going to be hard to deal with
Yeah,
her.
it's hard to get her. I mean, this is a map to use the Widow because of the open spaces, but it's going to be
Ooh,
tough.
Link floating in, kind of
Wow, kind
dangerous.
of really flirting with death there. All right, keeping an eye on this Widow in the back. She's getting run into
She's
for
gonna get
sure.
run down
She's
there.
not going to win that fight. She's got to get out of there.
Ops to alt, and you know, it hurts to do that. You just had to do it to stay alive.
Yeah, that was a life-saving ult for sure, but it looks like he's making it worthwhile. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, forces him.
Ooh,
Very
forces an
uncomfortable.
ult out of Orisa as well.
I can only think maybe the Orisa's thinking I got to switch off, and we might do a little
Yeah.
change up.
No, still run. Oh no, she is switching up.
yeah.
Yep. So now we're seeing a Rhine. Okay, so that makes more sense then.
So some good ults here coming up. See what they're able to do to deal with this. Ooh, Link gets picked up. Means that Nightsquad's got a good opportunity here.
Wow.
Beat gets dropped. Misses, though, the soldier. Oh, look at that. So much damage coming down. He still just kind of walks up, gets blown up.
Wow.
This is looking like Overshock's point yet again.
Yeah, Overshock is just commanding this point. They're coming in trying to grab. Nope, not going to work. That's game 2.
Yep. This takes it up 2-0.
2 wins. Oh, is this Orisa?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Oh, yeah. And is this it at the end? Yeah. Oh, that's great. That is great. Well, again, we are playing best of 5, so Overshock knows this is all they need.
All right, so we're going to see what the next map is.
Kings Row. And again, these maps were determined through a band system, so we had alternating band selection down to the 5 maps. Kings Row. Now I'm interested to see if they're going to change up the comp here to answer that Pharah maybe a little more, but I feel like they're going to run that Widow again.
And I think a Widow in this spot is actually going to be a much better pick than it was in the last one. You know, a Widow excels when you can create those sight lines on the Pharah that if the Pharah has ways to avoid or dodge behind, it's going to be ineffective. On a map like this, you've got these long corridors down the middle and along the side, and if you're able to set up sight lines along that area, you completely block it out. So what a lot of teams will do is you can start off with a Widow just right out here out the gate, and you pretty much scare this entire front half away if you've got a good enough Widow.
Yeah.
You force them back, and you have to engage back there. A Pharah, whose only space to combat is up this way, isn't that good. She could dive in and out of windows, but that's not a lot of room. Maybe behind the building, but then you got to watch out behind you. It's not a good and very comfortable spot to be in.
I know sometimes I almost even want to hold further back if you know in fact there's a Widow and you're playing that Pharah, and that's part of your team comp that you want to keep, is you almost want to hang back, wait for them to come through to you rather than go up and around the statue, because you also have to consider the amount of health packs. I mean, you got to be running a pretty good pharmacy as well to kind of stay alive at that point.
Gotta wonder, are they looking at that Bastion?
I don't think they can see him yet.
They might see it.
Well, we've got Overshock is on the offensive here. Sorry, my brain stopped. Overshock is on the offensive here, so we're going to see that Pharah obviously come out of the gate strong.
Yikes.
Ooh.
Usually if you're playing against a Pharah, you want to be careful if you've got a Bastion on your team. You're kind of a sitting duck for the pain train.
Absolutely.
You can definitely see the Pharah just lobbing free shots right into that Bastion.
Just drop right in. He's trying to heal. He's healing.
Especially with only solo heals on the team, it's going to be challenging. They pick up low, which means this Symmetra's got to survive. Manly's going after, but she can get that teleporter down. We might have an opportunity to keep this fight going.
Here we go. She's going to drop it down.
Real
It's
quick.
in. Oh, they got to get there now.
They picked up a couple kills on this, but it is really scary here.
Yeah.
Sim gets picked up as well. There's just not enough time to reinforce this. They're just going to trickle in very slowly.
Yeah, they should just hold back, keep that team alive. Bastion comes in with the
There we go.
ult.
They got to keep that Orisa just up a little bit more. Bayonetta comes
Bayonetta
down.
answers.
Big kills on that Bastion, though. Is the res up? No, it's not.
No. That was, you know what, Nightsquad, that was a great attempt. That was really good, but it was answered by the Lucio Farah ult combo there. Kept her alive while she cleaned up. Wow.
Yep, and this means Overshock's going to be moving their way on forwards here. Ooh, Ryan, very aggressive moves there. Gets taken out. It's a very aggressive dive move there. Even if you were to pin and kill somebody, it's going to be hard to
come back.
Ult comes down, gets stopped by an enemy hook, and they're just keeping this moving.
Oh, if I was Nightsquad, I better be cautious of the trickling in here. Is starting to be bad.
That is correct, and Low got caught out too. You can't lose that Mercy res. And you look at those reses on Overshock.
Ooh, and Zenyatta was stuck outside there, way out of position, and it was answered. Especially when you're playing, with these highly coordinated teams, that being out of position is so much more detrimental than just casual play style. Because any little mistake, you're going to be punished immediately.
Mm-hmm. That's what we see here. There we go. Finally, Nightsquad picking up some kills, but one of their guys gets taken out.
Set
as
up
well.
base, guys. Yeah. See that Reaper get picked right off. Bayonetta is just pinpointing those targets. The res was good, but oof.
A little slow on that Zen ult means that Bayonetta gets the kills that she needs to.
Yeah, that Farah play, I mean, it's single-handedly, I want to see what her damage numbers are, but jeez.
Oh, and the boot right afterwards.
Jeez. This is a fast rundown on King's Row.
Oh, isn't even able to get the May wall out there before getting boots right off. Reapers, though, getting on the point.
He's going to test it a little longer. Graviton right there on the edge.
They get a little bit greedy, which means that...
That's okay.
Nope, not enough. Barely not enough. I thought for sure they'd be able to hold that at the very end. They're looking like Overshock is in a really dominant position here, moving on to our next game.
Wow.
We're going to see what Nightsquad's able to do. This is their tournament life on the line. They got to be able to finish it off.
Oh, advertiser. It's like, hey guys, let's go peddle our wares. I know.
All right, so they're opting for that Widow, which is a very interesting pick, if that's what they decide to stick with. Especially just considering, there's a lot on the line here for that Widow.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it totally work out that well.
Was that the same Widow in the last match as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So on the offensive can be good if they think maybe we can pick off the Bayonetta. We'll see.
I think anybody watching for sure, I think this Nightsquad is definitely going to need to turn their game up a little bit to answer. But what do you think their biggest weakness has been so far?
Dealing with the Farah. They're not able to. They're not giving her enough attention. When you got a pharmacy like that, you got to be attending to it, and they're kind of ignoring it and letting her just kind of run the show. I think a D.Va is a really good choice to break it up, stop her damage output so much, and also is good enough to contest other players. Just got to be careful with the Roadhog on the other team, because the Roadhog, when they were running the D.Va, was getting a lot of easy hooks. Really got to be staying back. So it's tough, but you gotta be able to deal with it.
Oh, let's see here. No.
So they show the Widow. They know that she's out there.
I'm surprised she didn't wait. She went right after Ryan immediately on those two shots. I'm surprised she wasn't looking more upwards for that Bayonetta pick, but it doesn't look like Bayonetta's showing her cards either.
Well, like I said, this is a good move on their part for Nightsquad, so you're going to scare them off the point. So you see they've already taken over this part, so they made it through the choke, which a lot of times is the hardest part of the match.
Absolutely. Yeah, getting through that little armory wall there, yeah.
Yep. And now it's just a matter of pushing right through. You're in a pretty good position as Nightsquad with closer spawns.
But now they've got them kind of sandwiched in there.
Yep. So easy pickup here.
Nice work.
Nightsquad's got to be feeling pretty good about that quick pickup.
Yeah, that has to boost morale for sure.
Let me get the other group just started on here for the final.
I can do that, yeah.
Alright, I'll do it.
When I do the band. Fiber and Council.
Alright. They cap that first point very quick, and we're going to watch Nightsquad march this on down. Nightsquad doing a good job staying behind that payload. No need to take unnecessary damage. We do not have a Rhine to prevent the damage, and that could definitely hurt them. They take out one of the main hit scans for Bayonetta, which is going to hurt. Now we're going to see if Overshock's able to hold this. Really nice play here. Not able to get an opening shot on him. That fair is just relentlessly lobbing shots in, and Nightsquad finds themselves kind of stuck right here. They do have some strong ults that should be able to take them through and pick something up, but it's not going to be easy. Just a constant onslaught there, and that Rhine shield so protective, even with the Winston shield as well. Still trying to break something up, making some risky plays. And it's, oh, nice ult coming out of Maximus here, though. He's going to even it up a bit. Oh, but that ult is really going to hurt. He's kind of getting bounced around a little bit. Nice ult out of Ignite 16 there. Lucio's going to keep him up, and Bayonetta's just flying around uncontested. So now Nightsquad's decided to swap out that Widow for another hit scan. And they got tons of time left still to actually deal with this push. You can see that prioritization there. Reinhardt doing a great job just blocking this damage, letting his team run through. Got to worry about that Pharah behind him. And that barrier's starting to go down. Ooh, not able to get up there in time to protect his monkey. Link getting lit up as well. It's looking pretty tight right here. Overshock's kind of falling apart, but Bayonetta again already got her charge up. Her ult up. Barely keeping that Lucio up as well. Just trying to lob a couple shots in there. We got a good ult potentially coming out. Nice kills there. We're going to do a quick pause here.
Not sure what happened.
Give us one quick minute and see what happened. All right, slight issue with the connection. And we will be right back in game now. All right. Unfortunately, we had a slight disconnection there from one of the players, but they are coming in now. And hopefully it won't be too detrimental to them, but obviously it's not going to be helpful. Ooh. Both their team falls. Nightsquad's going to keep on moving forwards here. And doing a good job getting a couple cleanup kills. They should be able to stabilize right on the point here. Overshock, if they can get a quick pick here, might be able to pick somebody up, but their team's a little bit too staggered for this. They gotta be careful. Wandering Chaos trying to hold a little bit more. They got the ult out of Lucio, grabbing Kenny, throwing him back. Bayonetta gets taken down as well. Link, though, popping the ult to kind of keep the team moving. Misses the ult on a couple of them, but he is going to be able to pick up Mercy, which means they're going to be able to push this point right on up. So we've got Team Overshock here trying to collect themselves. They've still got a very significant time difference here with a little over 2 minutes ahead of them, best case scenario, so they are looking to be able to take this point over. Ooh, Bayonetta throwing it back and forth. It's evened up right now. Ooh, big ult coming out. Wandering Chaos is able to go down there. They're not able to break Nightsquad at all as they're just continuing to be relentless on them. Kenny getting tons of ult charge, nailing all 4 of them right there. Pops his ult, but not able to do too much as Overshot gets regrouped. He is bouncing those targets off. Could get the Rhine off, just barely misses him. Great moves by Farah there, keeping him off the point. Looks like Overshock starting to recollect themselves a little bit here. If they are able to stop this Nightsquad push, they will be the lower division champions. So a lot on the line here in the final minute. Making moves there. Link barely able to get out in time. Gets saved right as the ult comes out with the nano boost advisor. It's a ton of damage, but it's in the midst of that Lucio ult, and it's not going to be enough. Maximos pops his ult. This might be their last opportunity, but Darngwyn pops his as well. Wandering Chaos cleaning up the kills, getting tons. They've got 30 seconds left. Link pops the ult just to stabilize and make sure that they're at full strength for the rest of this fight. The other Fair is at 10 health. Gets picked up. We are reaching the final moments. Oh, great tracking there. Takes out the healer. That's a res. They're trying to move around here, though. The final 10 seconds. This is the last push. Bayonetta, though, gets picked up. But just too many targets are dying. It's going to be a miracle for Nightsquad as Overshock looks like they're going to be able to have this in the final seconds of the match. And with those final kills on Farah, Tracer's trying to extend the point, doesn't make it, and that's it. So the lower division finalist goes to Overshock. Unbelievable. Really good games there. We're going to be going right out of that, right into our finals for the matches for our 2 higher division. Bayonetta, definitely a standout player in these matches. She's phenomenal plays. Look at those shots. Nice boop and the wave. Great plays all around. We are